The metaverse is a technology that merges both virtual and physical worlds in one shared online space. And although the technology is still in its early stages of development, it could become a reality for users in just a few years' time. When this happens, the technology will be integrated with our daily life and the metaverse will become a trillion-dollar industry. In this video, let's talk about the 5 reasons why a scenario like this will likely come to pass. Welcome to MyUverse, the space where all things tech get the spotlight. If you're new here, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel for your dose of tech trend news, Tesla reviews, and other insights into the tech world. Number 1. Creators will start making and selling more items and content in the metaverse than they will in the real world. The items could be used for a multitude of purposes, and over time, these virtual goods will just keep getting more realistic. It is estimated that over time, virtual goods traded in the metaverse could be worth hundreds of billions of dollars each year. It is also very likely that NFTs will play a major part in the overall metaverse economy. Users will be able to claim sole ownership of a variety of digital assets and earn up to 80% of the revenues when that asset is resold throughout the blockchain. For example, shoe designers can create footwear with materials that can exist in the real world and then sell them as NFTs. Using cryptocurrencies, that same footwear could be used in video games, computer graphics, as well as other types of entertainment. In fact, brands like Adidas, Nike, and Dolce & Gabbana have already gone ahead and bet on NFTs. Adidas has partnered with Sandbox, a crypto-based game that sells digital fashion. It's also partnered with Coinbase, a known platform for trading crypto. Its competitor, Nike, has also invested in NFTs by partnering up with Roblox to launch Nike Land, so that gamers are able to style their avatars with Nike gear. Dolce & Gabbana is also known to be one of the forward-thinking fashion giants that have started selling fashion in NFTs. Once the metaverse matures, the digital products will be accessible across multiple devices so that besides seeing it on smartphones, a user could access his assets through smartwatches, VR headsets, AR glasses, and more, as long as it is connected to the virtual world. Speaking of virtual worlds, enthusiasts also predict that there could be as many as thousands or millions of virtual worlds in the metaverse, and that the total area would surpass that of the entire planet Earth in just a few years' time. Supporting this prediction is a study by ARK Invest. It shows how the revenue from virtual worlds could approach $400 billion by 2025. Furthermore, as virtual assets building tools becomes mainstream and is fully integrated with our day-to-day lives, that number could multiply tenfold over the coming decades. Unlike what some may imagine, the metaverse is going to evolve into an entire industry that would not be completely controlled by one single company. Sure, Mark Zuckerberg's Meta will probably cover a significant percentage of all transactions in the overall metaverse industry, but he will have competition. Other companies will take advantage of the large number of people who've been turned off by Facebook and the data sharing controversy that it faced recently. Also, based on how things are done with Facebook, Zuckerberg will probably also have Meta take a percentage of all of the transactions made on the platform, which would again turn even more audiences off. Number 2, NFTs and digital will be widely used in video games. Gaming is, no question, the most lucrative entertainment industry by far. It accounts for more than triple the revenues of box office hits and 7 times more than music. Grandview Research shares statistics that the video game market, which grossed $168 billion in 2021, is predicted to grow even more, up to $291 billion by 2027. The 3.2 billion people who played video games in 2021 is also set to increase as games like Roblox and Fortnite, which are considered pre-metaverses, continue to gain popularity. In these games and more, users are able to use the same avatar and digital assets across a wide range of experiences, and they will likely take advantage of virtual reality technology as its adoption rates rise. At the rate it's currently growing, ARK Invest likewise predicts that VR headsets could reach smartphone adoption rates by as early as 2030. Game franchises, both startups and established companies, are now considering adopting NFTs and crypto into their platforms. The $10 billion in sales that NFTs hit in the third quarter of 2021 is just too huge to ignore. And that figure is expected to grow even more over the next couple of years. Another platform that has a vested interest in this technology is Axie Infinity. It uses its own Ethereum-linked sidechain called Ronin, and its own crypto wallet and its own marketplace for trading Axie characters as NFTs. It shouldn't come as a surprise when larger gaming studios start to adopt this kind of technology as well. Sometime soon, we might even expect to use digital asset avatars and even the faces of players in multiple video games, regardless of the publisher. Needless to say, this advancement would further increase the number of transactions in Metaverse marketplaces. Number 3, the Metaverse will help companies and individuals achieve efficiency and save both time and billions of dollars in a number of ways. Virtual worlds will be created to simulate physical processes from the real world. Doing so will allow companies to anticipate how viable a project would be before any actual work is done. NVIDIA has a platform for what's called digital twins, which simply put is a virtual representation synchronized with physical things, people, or processes. This platform is also what businesses could use to decrease the amount of waste produced and essentially save money. Case in point is Ericsson, a telecom firm that uses NVIDIA's digital twin technology to continuously optimize the performance of its fleets of 5G antennas and radios. More so, they're able to determine where to strategically place their transmission sites for maximum coverage and network performance. Using NVIDIA's Omniverse, BMW is likewise building a digital factory to simulate real-life production scenarios. This method will ultimately increase their production output and optimize efficiency. Besides this, BMW is using the platform to teach its robots some new skills. Another great example for how this can save a ton of money is through Siemens Energy's use of the NVIDIA platform to build itself a digital twin for one of its steam generator facilities. This allows it to predict corrosion and ultimately reduce downtime. Experts say that this approach alone could save the energy industry $1.7 billion a year. In the corporate setting, virtual offices offers a way for white-collar workers to achieve more efficiency in their day-to-day. Using a virtual 3D office allows users access to 30 or more available screens at any given time. Data analysis could be done via 3D structures instead of just charts and tables on a 2D screen. A massive screen would also allow easy access to information such as analytics, financial statements, and so on. Fourth on the list would be social networking sites and how they could evolve into separate metaverses. Using VR headsets is a likely next step for social media networks in the metaverse. There could be thousands or perhaps even millions of worlds that connect people based on common interests and opinions. Virtual reality chat is one example of an existing platform for virtual communities that requires VR headsets. At its early stage, it already has 25,000 community-created worlds, and so it wouldn't be far-fetched to think that bigger social networking platforms like Twitter or YouTube would gradually offer their own versions of metaverse communities. This, in turn, would increase their ad revenues exponentially, putting the $51 billion in revenues earned in 2021 to shame. Last but not the least is the effect that Metaverse would have on the global education system. As technology advances to bring us new immersive and imaginary worlds, the ways in which we educate students and equip teachers must also advance to meet these new opportunities. The Metaverse could allow learners to teleport to 3D representations of historic places or events. AR technology can also create digital overlays of real-world objects, making them 3D and thereby reducing the difficulty in observation and comprehension. Virtual reality can likewise enable virtual simulations of practical demonstrations in digital environments. For example, as an instructor teaches his students basic surgery, a VR simulation of an actual operation can serve to make learning both more practical and less costly. What excites you the most about the Metaverse? Sound off in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more Tesla and tech updates on this space.